We begin our first case now on Daf Chaf Vav Amud Beis, and the Gemara says the following: Amar Rabba, Rabba says, Haita Even Menuchat Lo Becheko. Person has an Even, a stone, resting on his lap, Velo Hikirbo, but he's not aware of it. Va'ama V'nafala, and he stands up and it falls. Now we're going to see how this impacts on four different areas of halacha. Now, Le'inyan Nezikin, if this stone hurts somebody, when it comes to Nezikin, paying for damages, Chayav, he's liable. Le'inyan Arba Devarim, when it comes to the four other categories of payment, such as Ripoy Shevis, Tsar, and Boshes, Patur, he's exempt. And that's because it's B'shogeg. To be chayiv for those four things, it has to be b'mezit or karv b'mezit. Le'inyan Shabbos, when it comes to Le'inyan Shabbos, when it comes to doing malacha on Shabbos, if this stone created a malacha, maleches machsheves asur laTorah. In order to be chayiv for malacha on Shabbos, it has to be done machshevet, with intent that you know it's Shabbos and you know what you're doing is a malacha and that you're aware of what you're doing. And that's the only time that you are chayav on Shabbos. Here, he didn't, hikirbo, he wasn't aware of it, and therefore he's not chayav for malacha Shabbos. Le'inyan golut, and to go to Arei Miklat, patur, he's exempt, again because he had no initial awareness, and therefore the only time you get the protection of the city is if you had some of awareness and then you had a lapse of that awareness. Here there was no lapse of the awareness, as we learned in class. Le'inyan Eved, when it comes to an Eved Kanani, what happens if it damaged an Eved Kanani? Plukta, we have a machloket, a dispute, the Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel v'Rabbanan, between Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel and the Rabbanan. The Tanya, as we learned in a Braita, Hare Shahaya Rabba Rofe, if the master of the slave was a doctor, V'omer lo, and he said, Kechol Ini Vesima, please put some salve, some cream in my eye, and he blinded the Eved, or Chator Li Shini, or the slave says to the master, please scrape my tooth, Vipila, and he knocked it out, the master knocked out the tooth by accident, Sachak Ba'adon, the slave laughs at the master, v'yotze lecherus, and now he's going to go free, because we know the halacha is that if you create a permanent physical damage to the Eved Kanani, he goes free. Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel Omer, Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel says, since the pasuk says v'shi chasa, that he damaged, he did destruction, implies from the pasuk Ad sheyischaven l'shachaso, only if the damage was done with the purpose, with the intent of damaging the slave. And that's the only time the slave goes free. When the master does it with intention. According to the Chachamim, it's not about intention, it's about end result. End result is the man is maimed, and therefore he goes free. According to Reb Shimon Gamliel, it's about the intent.